In the deep forest, where the tall trees rise high and the calls of wild birds echo in the air, a leopard mother walked slowly with her cub. Her golden body moved like a shadow between the trees. The cub, still young and playful, followed behind, stopping every few steps to chase leaves and insects. The mother was patient, watching her baby with eyes full of care. She knew the forest was both a home and a danger. Every step could bring safety or risk. The air was heavy that day. Dark clouds gathered above the forest, and soon the sky opened with heavy rain. The smell of wet earth spread everywhere, and streams of water began to flow across the ground. Not far from their resting place, a river roared louder than before. Its calm surface had turned wild, rushing with power. The cub, curious as always, walked closer to the sound of the water. It looked into the river, watching leaves and sticks get carried away in the strong current. The mother growled softly, warning her cub to stay back. But little ones do not always listen. The cub moved closer, its small paws slipping on the wet mud. In one sudden moment, its tiny body lost balance and it slid into the river. The water swallowed the cub in an instant. The river pulled it away, its weak cries drowned by the roar of the storm. The leopard mother's heart leapt. Without thinking, she jumped after her baby. The cold water wrapped around her, pulling her down, but her powerful legs kicked against the current, her sharp claws searching for grip on the slippery rocks. She roared, a sound mixed with fear and strength as she swam toward her cub. The cub's head appeared above the water for a moment, then vanished. Again, the mother pushed forward with all her might. Every wave struck her face, every swirl of water dragged her back, but she did not give up. Her eyes stayed locked on the tiny form struggling ahead of her. The storm raged on, and the river showed no mercy. The leopard mother grabbed at branches that hung over the water, but the branches broke. She climbed onto a rock, only to be pushed back in. Her muscles burned with pain, yet her spirit stayed unbroken. She was a mother, and nothing in the world mattered more than saving her cub. At the same time, a group of wildlife rangers were driving through the forest in their jeep. They had come to check the riverbank after the heavy rain, worried that some animals might be in danger. Suddenly, through the mist of rain, they saw the leopard mother fighting in the water. Her cub was drifting helplessly in front of her. The rangers knew they had to act quickly. They stopped the jeep and rushed to the riverbank. One ranger threw a rope toward the struggling leopard, while another held out a long stick trying to give her support. At first, the mother growled at them. She did not trust humans, but she was weak and her cub was slipping farther away. Her eyes, wild yet desperate, seemed to understand that these humans were not enemies but helpers. The cub's cry pierced the air once more. The mother pushed forward with her last strength, catching her baby in her jaws. She held it tightly, afraid the river would tear it away again, but now she had to save herself too. The rangers shouted and waved, urging her toward the stick. Slowly, painfully, she moved in their direction. Her claws dug into the mud as she reached the shallow part of the bank. The rangers pulled the rope closer, guiding her to safety. At last, with one final leap, the leopard mother dragged herself and her cub out of the river. She collapsed on the ground, breathing heavily, water dripping from her fur. The cub lay beside her, weak but alive. The rangers stood back, watching with relief and respect. They did not come closer, knowing that the mother needed space. They only made sure the cub was breathing, then stepped away to let the wild family recover. The rain began to slow. The forest, which had been loud with the storm, now grew calm. The mother leaned down and licked her cub gently, cleaning the water from its small body. The cub blinked and let out a soft sound, pressing close to her. She purred, her chest rising and falling with deep relief. She had risked everything, and she had won. The rangers watched for a while, then quietly left, their jeep moving back onto the forest trail. They knew they had been part of something rare, something powerful. A bond between mother and child, strong enough to fight a raging river. As the clouds cleared, golden light spread across the trees. The leopard mother picked up her cub carefully in her mouth. She carried it back into the safety of the jungle, her steps slow but steady. The forest swallowed them again, two shadows moving as one. The river still roared, but for the mother, it was behind her now. Her baby was safe, and that was all that mattered. And so the story ends, not with the strength of claws or teeth, but with the strength of a mother's love. A love that does not fear storms, rivers, or danger. A love that keeps life alive in the wild. If you enjoyed this story, and if you wish to hear more powerful stories of animals, their struggles and their triumphs, then don't forget to subscribe to Beast Whisperer. Join us as we bring you more real stories from the heart of the wild. Your support helps us share these moments with the world.